I'm glad that there are lots of, there are now more women artists. But, sabi ko, ang tanong, are they imaging themselves really?
Commitment, I think it's something that, yun yung natural na nararamdaman mo. Cannot be imposed eh.
Because of the advertisements and so on, parang yung concept of beauty nung mga Filipina, well, in general, mga Filipina in general, is based on those concepts that's fed to them.
I am committed to my art and to the work I do, to my advocacies, kasi otherwise, why am I still here?
Ahay, ahahay, saan ka pwedeng bumili ng pisong sukat, asin, isang stick ng sigarilyo, isang piraso ng papel, isang kilo ng simento, isang gatang ng bigas. Dito lang sa Pilipinas, only in the Philippines. Ahay! Ahay!
Ako si Karen Ocampo Flores, visual artist.
I'm Malu Jacob. I'm a playwright.
Brenda Fajardo, visual artist.
Ako si Aida Santos, nagsusulat ng tula.
Sometimes when you get into situations wherein somebody's got to speak up, merong parang tension. If a woman says it, hindi siya makakalalaki.
The Filipina, and I don't know if it is shared by other women in other parts of the world, is very good in negotiation.
Yung exploitation of women as object nandiyan pa rin eh. Very uncomfortable pa din ako na parang feeling ko talagang naano sila na commodify.
Ang challenge talaga ultimately for the contemporary Filipino woman is to connect herself with her past but as well look towards the future.
If I'm not in the studio doing my work, I'm still doing art by doing these projects that are about community.
You're searching for the truth and you are trying to give a new insight, a new point of view through the characters and the situations that you portray in your play.
I'm able to speak my ideas and speak my whatever I want to express. And I'm able to express myself in my art. That's empowering.
Pulang kamisutsino ang bilin mo. Ipapatong sa barong Tagalog. Hanggang sa huling hugot, pulahan ang kamalayan. Kasi there are many things in my life because of the circumstances that we've lived in, na hindi mo may kwento. So, minsan kailangan lang, siguro isulat mo.
We like the idea noong araw pa na we didn't in fact call it curatorial. We like the idea that artists would organize their exhibitions and reject the notion that you wait to be accepted by a gallery. I'm actually a third-generation artist. My father is a writer. My grandfather is, of course, H.R. Ocampo, the national artist. I grew up seeing him work and collaborate and generally interact with a lot of artists. Of course, my grandfather died when I turned 12 years old. And at that time, I said, hindi na ako mag-art. Hindi na ako magkakaroon ng mentor with him gone. By the time magka-college na ako, I guess bubalik pa rin yung influence niya. I basically formed an idea of what I want to be. Still went to fine arts in UP, and it was a good decision. I found my colleagues then. If you choose your peers right, doon magpapatuloy yung learning mo eh. You need to be with artists who can really talk to you, who can jam with you and can tell you honestly what they think. The indigenous part, and then we are on one hand very Hispanic, Catholic. I would choose in my senior years to be with the Saling Pusa. There are in and out groups, so medyo out yan, tawag nila mga taga-bundok. I found it important to work with them because they were all struggling artists. Many of them, in fact, did not finish college because of the difficulty of handling the tuition and the cost for materials. So, gawa kami ng exhibit sa hardin ni Dr. Kwanang. We do it in garage. We're not really thinking of career. I think the background to all that was artist empowerment. You have the power to begin things, the power to pursue your vision. The existence ng babae manananggal, she has to be dividing her body into sacred and profane parts. That's why sabi ko nga judge, artist as judge, not just to be judged. Because if you are a judge, kailangan, sinasabi mo rin muna by what standards you are judging. Artists keep doing this, come up with images, and then detach themselves from it and say, it's there. I don't need to say anything about it. Ganyan. And pretend that I'm just a conduit. Oh, para ka palang medium ka lang pala. Artists should be really take charge of what they're saying. Diba? We're not there to be liked. We're part of the argument. We're part of the conversation. I'm looking at you and I'm saying something too. Ganyan. I had to keep reiterating that the need for a forum, the need for an educational program about it. My own art, my own thoughts, these are all my readings of positions. These things are in my mind. I imagine them, I story them. I don't really talk too much what's happening within, but I think within, my own art allows me to be my own storyteller. I work fast and I tend to stop for long periods of time and then have this devoted time again to painting. I haven't learned yet to do art every day. With art, I can go beyond my emotions and rearrange these problems into elements. Those are paradigms. Those are, I can reduce them into images and gain understanding about it too. Ang problema dito, these instruments are used to determine destinies, and I don't like that because destinies, what's that? You can, in fact, you can change it. You can keep changing. You could see also what artists need. Many times they're defeated just because they believe that they cannot do administrative work, that they cannot be managers, in the same way that they believe it's natural for artists to go hungry, which is also not something that you don't have to believe in. It's bad for Philippine art and culture if the bench is lean and we have artists who are not working with this global agenda. We must have artists who do not think that they're just there to make art, that they know what's out there and they do not seek to be special. Our whole history, yung sinasabi nating heroes, can be described largely as artist intellectuals. We've forgotten about it and have chosen to embrace the Western model of segregation of artists as special beings. Yun yung problem doon eh.
In your writing a play, you are by yourself. You're alone. You call the shots, di ba? With the characters, with the situation, lahat. You're in control of your material. And I like the solitude also in writing, in the process of writing. Why did you choose? I was born in Calapan, Oriental Mindoro. I lived with my grandpa, a medical doctor, yes. He really had a tremendous impact on me. It's not important to have money, he said. What is important is your intellectual development. Well, it was in Marinol that I did my first creative piece, and it happened to be a very, very short play, a comedy, as a matter of fact, about dorm life, and it was really funny. Somehow, after college, I really wanted to be into the theater. Sa PETA na. But that's where I started writing. Hindi ako susuko. It was about a father, policeman, and a student activist. So I was having butterflies in my stomach, watching my first play. I felt so good. I mean, and I said, this is it. My first real honest-to-goodness stage play was Aidao. It means it hurts in Maranao. It was based on the Bantay case, about a village that was razed to the grounds because of elections and all that. And then when martial law was declared, I was continued to be in PETA and then with Social Communication Center. And I wanted to go out of the country and to get further studies. I got the go signal from the NYU. What is significant also about my stay in New York was I met Filipino activists there. I started attending yung tinatawag nilang discussion groups. And slowly, I was politicized. It was a good 3-year stay. You go to another culture, another country, that has an impact on you. I believe that culture is everything. It is our way of life and the way you think and the way you look at yourselves as a people. That's part of the culture. Mahirap tayong bansa. Pero kami sa kultura at isa tayo sa pinakamayaman, multicultural society or multiculturalism. We celebrate that because that is our gold mine. That is one of our riches.
The Cultural Center for Philippines study the religious development of these institutions in Yasuo.
As you can see, I don't know why our leaders now do not give importance or significance to the artists, when historically the Filipino artists and writers always had a major, pivotal role. Arts is powerful. It can be used for the development of a nation. The arts is really healing and very therapeutic. And, I could give myself as an example for this. When I was writing Wantamban, I was crying at certain points. The creative process was both very painful and at the same time exhilarating too, and in the end, which I never experienced in my other plays. I think I wrote it for almost a year. So one time I was going home and I was passing by the market, Barangka, and it occurred to me, sabi ko, ilang taon na kaya si Estong? Where is he? I'm the kind of a writer who wants to enjoy the creative process. But I do a lot of preparatory work and then the writing. And then once you're into it, I have to concentrate, and to have the time for it. My plays have always been socio-political, but I think my poems will be very personal. I would like very much to continue my writing of probably my last 2 plays and then venture into, hopefully, lyrical poetry.
Whatever you do as an artist in your mature age has to do with your background, with your education, with the people you deal with your exposure. It's like a summary of what's happening to your life. I wanted to be a dancer, and then my doctor says hindi pwede. What my mother did, mas nilagay niya ako sa art class ni Araceli Dance. Naalala ko that my brother made a copy of a Carmelo painting. Ingit na ingit ako kasi naingit ako marunong siya, maganda siyang gumawa ng art. Parang feeling ko, sana marunong din ako. Sabi ng mother ko, lagay kita sa sa painting or drawing class. So I went to that class sa PWU. Bali, early mentor ko si Araceli Dance. Nung nasa 70, lumapit si Gardy Labad. Meron siyang workshop na gagawin kung pwede raw sumali ako. So that was a very good integration of Philippine culture. No? That was the birth of the Integrated Arts Workshop, which became Basic Integrated Arts Workshop ng PETA, which is the base of our pedagogy here in PETA. I started several organizations like the Philippine Art Educators Association, Kasibulan, and then I also did the one in the province for communities, Baglan. It's an initiatives for community development. Parang lahat ng ginagawa ko in synchrony with each other. Nakita ko na ina-apply ko lang yung kung sino ako dun sa iba't ibang forms na yon. Kaya I did not see them as confusing. Harapin mo lang one at a time.
Gumawa na ako ng artwork na Gregor Day. Hindi ko na alam kung nasaan.
My body of work, it went through phases, and the phases corresponded with my own phase as a growing person, and also because of what was happening around us. Nung nag-break sa boyfriend, may personal struggle, lumabas yun sa work. Nung nagkaroon ng martial law, yung social comment, social protest, lumabas din sa work.
Also, Center of the Philippines confers the 30 Artists Award, Brenda Maha.
My sister came back from her Bayanihan days, and she brought me a set of tarot cards from Europe. And I really liked it. And then before that pa, I was fascinated with anting-anting. So, nung dumating yung tarot card, sabi ko, parang magandang i-indigenize yung tarot card. Gumawa ng Filipino version. That was the beginning of that. My intention was to make them into prints. Eh, nakita ko, it can exist for itself. So, naging ganon, naging painting na siya, drawing painting. So, I divided the artworks. So, I would have Spanish period, American period, Japanese period, mga ganon. So, naging historical yung trabaho. Tapos, nilagyan ng tarot cards. Yung tarot cards, bale, yung pinaka-guardian angel doon. Tapos doon, yung central panel would show reality of our society.
Si Eman kasi nagpeta yan eh. Nagturo ng creative writing.
Ang isa kong dream na dapat magawa ko, yung Apocalypse. Gusto kong gumawa ng exhibition on the Apocalypse.
Saang ilog o dagat ka maglalakbay? Aling ragasa sa ibang mundong dadalawin ang iyong susundan? Saang sinapupunan ka muling luluklok? Saang daang ka magsusukbik?
My family history, nag-push sa akin. Tapos, tingin ko, yung pagsusulat, malaya ka para mag-imagine. Parang may sense of self ka. Kasi ikaw yung sumusulat. Walang nagtuturo sa'yo o kaya nagsasabing ito mali o tama. Ang tatay ko ay naging political prisoner din. At dalawa kong kapatid din ay na-involve sa kilusang pagbabago. So, may kasaysayan ang pamilya ko ng pagkabukas sa mga ganyang issue ng karapatang pantao, hustisya. Kahit pa nga nakatuon ang buong buhay sa pagsusupling ng bagong henerasyon, mandirigma, mangingibig at makata. Pag ako'y ready na to write, merong phrase or words na hindi umaalis sa utak ko, parang bell, ikot lang siya ng ikot. Pag humarap na ako sa typewriter noon at ngayong computer, nagfo-flow yan. Ang isang quality kasi ng poetry ko, if I may say, may internal rhythm siya. Hindi siya yung nag-e-end na may rhyme. Nung bata, bihirang-bihira ako mag-revise. Yung una kong tulay, yung double helix, meron niyang konting kwento. Marami akong gustong sabihin nung nasa kilusan ako, pero nangangamba ako na tawagin akong Petty Burgess. So, doon sa double helix, meron yung mga pagluha, pagtangis, tungkol sa pag-ibig. Kailangan tulaan ang mga anino, kahit sa panaginip man lang. Taimtim, pikit mata, puno ng pag-asa. Siguro, mas naging matimbang to, itong huling bisita ko sa mga anak ko. Kaya tinanong na nila ako, nanay, gusto mo magkwento tungkol sa martial law? Ano nangyari sa'yo? So, nagkwento ako. Tapos sabi ng mga anak ko, lalo na yung bunso ko, kasi maliit na maliit pa siya noon, sabi niya, ngayon ko lang naiintindihan kung bakit ka ganon. Ngayon ko lang na naunawaan yung mga meeting ninyo na nawawala ka. So, sa akin, bukod sa kasaysayan, yung katotohanan at pagpapalalim, no, sa mga anak ko nung kasaysayan na yun, no.
Wala na rin ang aking mga anak na tila nagmamadaling na maalam sa kanilang kabataan, pasugod na hinabol ang buhay.
Nung ako ay na-torture sa preso, 10 taon ko yung naging sekreto. As in, super secret ako lang. One day, I awoke with the thought na I cannot live forever with a ghost. At dahil mahirap at wala pang naglalabas noon tungkol sa mga sexual tortures, hindi ko siya mabuo. Finally, there was a push inside me na sulatin mo at labas mo. Yun lumabas. Yung Memories 1, Memories 2, Memories 3. Pag binasa mo yung serye na yon, very dense siya, no? I didn't use the word rape, sexual abuse. I didn't use that. I didn't use the word torture. And I think it's the psyche of me na gustong ilabas ang isang karanasan. Kasi gusto ko malaman na marami sa amin ang ginanon nung panahon na yun. At kailangan i-break ang silence. But at the same time, tingin ko, while may kahandaan, no one completely heals from sexual abuse.
Bawat kataga ay may dalang lamyos. Bawat kataga ay batong kininis ng talim ng presisyon, ng prosesyon, ng mga imahing libong gabing nililok sa kamalayan.
Naniniwala ako na kaya ako gusto magsulat kasi gusto kong magpag-usap eh. Bukod sa personal at politikal na mga kadahilanan, ito'y pagtatala ng history. Tingin ko mas may kulang pa sa pagtatala. Ngayon, kahit na sabihin mong hindi tayo reading nation, but remember, we are a nation of global people.
You can still argue that the imaging of the female in Philippine art, no, is still very Western pa rin, no, na put the female figure there to be seen, to be ogled.
If you look at our media, it shows you how the disrespect that they have for the Filipino woman, especially if you look at the noontime shows on how they are just portrayed as sex objects, you know.
Maybe the media has something to do with it, if they can have some kind of program that will focus on what real beauty is rather than just the surface, superficial physical beauty.
Even if I'm a feminist, I'll always see my feminism, my feminist causes as within the milieu of my people.
When I was in college, I was told that you're a woman, you won't be, you're going to be a bad investment. Kasi mag-aasawa ka, mag-aanak ka, titigil din yung art mo. I don't see that being a woman is a disadvantage, and in fact, it's highly advantageous.
Hindi natin ni-utilize what women can do in society, or what women would be capable of doing, of contributing.
Ang strength ng Pinay, loyalty. Sobra nga eh. At the same time, na strength siya, weakness din siya eh.
Ang tunay na kalayaan, kababaihan man o bayan, dapat sama-sama. Hindi kalayaan at kabutihan ng iilan. Oo.
What we learn and understand as we manage the home, as we take care of relationships in our families as women, this has always informed my work.
Dapat ma-challenge sila na mag-isip eh. Ang greatest challenge nila siguro is how to focus because there are so many distractions.
If they harness us, the women, I think mas uunlad, mas bibilis yung pag-unlad ng ating bayan.
Kaya tingin ko maganda talagang pag-aralan natin ang kasaysayan ng kilusang pangkababaihan sa buong mundo, kasabay ng pag-aaral ng kasaysayan ng mga pakikibaka ng mga sambayanan sa ibang mundo.
Ahay, ahahay, saan ka pwedeng bumili ng pisong sukat, asin, isang stick ng sigarilyo, isang piraso ng papel, isang kilo ng simento, isang gatang ng bigas. Dito lang sa Pilipinas, only in the Philippines. Ahay, 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 ahay. Saan ka makakatagpo sa bawat banyo ng tabo? Sa halip ng hintuturo, ang panturo ay nguso. Bukang bibig, malapit lang, tatlong bundok man ang layo. Dito lang sa Pilipinas, only in the Philippines. Ahay! 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 Saan ka makakarinig? Palayaw na makukulit. Yun JJ, Bok Bok Bek Bek, Lot Lot Len Len at Lek Lek. My Lola Baby at Lolo Boy, lahat ay tito at tita. Dito lang sa Pilipinas, only in the Philippines. Ahay! 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 Dito lang sa Pilipinas, only in the Philippines. Dito lang